All right, Shalom. First, let's start by saying our praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Give our honors to the elders and the apostles of who will, and salutations to the brotherhood stone of truth and sincerity. This is U.S. Iran war. U.S. Embassy in Riyadh hit by drones, and Riyadh is located in Saudi Arabia. Explosions rock diplomatic quarter. So I'm going to press play on this video and have some precepts as I go.
Well, we have some breaking news coming in. Iran continues to target Israel and US allies in Gulf as the war entered its fourth day. In the latest, two drones hit the US embassy in the Saudi capital of Riyadh. Now, Saudi Defense Ministry spokesperson said that a fire broke out at the building after a blast. US media reported that there were no casualties. Loud explosions were heard and clouds of smoke seen in the city's diplomatic quarter, home to foreign embassies in the capital and residences of foreign diplomats. Now, source said that Saudi Air Defense intercepted four drones targeting Riyadh diplomatic quarter. The US Embassy in Saudi Arabia has also issued shelter in place and notification for citizens in Jeddah, Riyadh, and other areas. Now, Qatar's military claimed that it intercepted two ballistic missiles early Tuesday morning. Loud explosions were heard across Doha as suspected Iranian missiles were neutralized in the sky early Tuesday. Missiles were also seen being intercepted over Israeli-occupied West Bank. Flares flying up and down in the sky could be seen from the West Bank city of Hebron, as well as over the Israeli cities of Tel Aviv and Haifa, where air raid sirens could be heard. And this is the breaking that we are getting in. Iran continues to target Israel and US allies in Gulf, and in the latest, two drones hit the US embassy in the Saudi capital of Riyadh. Saudi Defense Ministry spokesperson said that a fire broke out at a building after a blast, and US media reported that there were no casualties.
Experience inappropriate behavior from a bishop, church leader, or member at any LDS church when you were younger?
Well, this is the latest that we are getting in right now. And in the latest, two drones hit the US Embassy in the Saudi capital of Riyadh. And previously, also, we have been getting updates and reports of Iran. Uh, we are hearing loud explosions, and this time it was Saudi Riyadh. And for more on this, my colleague Shivan Chanana brings you the latest. Well, Shivan, can you please tell me? We are hearing loud explosions, and this time it was the US Embassy in Riyadh. Can you please get us more details on this?
Adya, this is unprecedented, number one. Number two, these developments are coming in faster than one can even get used to at this point. Every 10 minutes, there is a new explosion taking place at a very pivotal point. US Embassy and two drones have hit it. And in the meantime that we were breaking this news to our viewers, there is another development that has come in, that there are two new blasts heard in Riyadh. We've never heard this before. In the last 4 days, we've heard Saudi Arabia getting targeted. This is now the fourth instance. First was, of course, in Riyadh when the blast took place. Then we heard of the Aramco facility, the oil facility, which was targeted just yesterday. Today, we're hearing of two drones which landed and blasted in the US Embassy. And now the latest two new blasts which have been heard in Riyadh. The fight is all across West Asia. Kuwait is reeling under repeated attacks coming in from Iran. UAE continuously facing these kind of attacks. And let me now focus more on the US missions across and essentially the damage that US is taking. Just yesterday, there was the report of three jets, the jets which came down in Kuwait. We also know now that earlier the number was 3, now it stands at 6 American troops that have died in the conflict so far.
Right, and with that being said, they saying something different on this news channel, but on various other news channels, they saying what happened in Kuwait was actually the Kuwaiti military accidentally friendly firing U.S. soldiers out of the sky, shooting their planes down. But the pilots lived. Now, then they showed the video of the pilots and whatnot. I got that video as well. But yeah, what type of fucking communication do y'all got going on over there? That's extremely fucked up in the time of war. And they could have been killed. So that something's up with that. With that being said, that's really just another sign that the U.S. allies, if that was actually what occurred, is gonna turn against her, man. Just an example. Like they think they can get comfortable coming over here, flying through our shit to attack Iran and get their shit shot down, you know. But yeah, so the death toll for U.S. soldiers, like they said, has risen to 6 with 6. Satan. They 9 times out of 10 fuck around be lying. U.S. government always fucking lying, but it don't matter. It's gonna get hot, and you won't see them numbers rise. So it don't even matter. What else before I let him continue? Kuwait. Oh, he said this stuff was happening in West Asia. Let me get the actual place where it's happening at. I was gonna bring up West Asia. This is Riyadh is the capital and largest city of Saudi Arabia, serving as the nation's administrative, financial, and cultural hub. Located in the center of the Arabian Peninsula on a desert plateau, it acts as the seat of government, housing royal palaces and ministries. It is a major metropolis that has transformed into a modern manufacturing and business center. It says significant. It became the official capital of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1932. Location situated in the Najd region, it is characterized by a desert climate and historically by its oasis-like fertile landscape. Riyadh translates to gardens or meadows. Economy. The city is the economic engine with a strong, diverse sector that includes manufacturing, trade, and government services. Yeah, so if this place is here when the Lord return and we take over the world, yeah, we're going to put y'all to work to build up our kingdom just the way y'all built up y'all's. It's a lot of, Saudi got their princes and kings. They still hold their titles, their ancient titles. They're going straight into captivity. This is a landmarks features including modern skyscrapers like the Kingdom Center alongside traditional historical districts like Ad Diriyah. Okay, infrastructure. It is served by King Khalid International Airport and a rapidly expanding metro system. Okay, so that's what Riyadh is and information on Riyadh. A very important place. You know, this is Sirach chapter 39. I'm going to start at verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force. and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire, that's why the fires are started over there. There's a spirit that's doing that. And hell and famine, lack of food and death for the people that's dying in this conflict. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. See, that's what's going on. The Lord is punishing the wicked, whether they're his people or the heathen. They shall rejoice in this commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and the time is now. And when their time has come, they shall not transgress his word. They're going to do exactly what the Lord tell them to do. Matthew 24:6, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. This is a war. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, we are not at the end. The gas prices and such has to rise. Inflation has to occur. The U.S. monetary system has to collapse. All hell has to break loose over here, and MOTB has to be implemented. You know, that Battle of Armageddon has to get even harder than what it is right now. They saying they shoot missiles, but they ain't really hitting shit. That's what I'm. You know, this is fucking a fucking joke. You know, or the media just covering up a lot of shit. How Iran? I've been following it. Iran since I came into the truth and know of their missile technology has the best over there in the Middle East, outside of Asia, Russia. Their missile technology is better than Israel's, except the fact that Israel has the nuclear capabilities. You know, so how y'all not really hitting none? Y'all see, they hitting bases. They hitting all U.S. embassies, which is understandable. So it's strategic, but you ain't killing nobody. Them Israelis and the U.S. when they sent them planes, they whacking all your top commanders, they whacking civilians, all the above. Watching the news, Iran barely hitting shit, barely hitting people, barely killing people. You know, from how they shoot their missiles, they trying, but they not trying. So you know, that's what that's how you know that's a form of a cooling factor. See, we ain't kill off all as many people as y'all did. You know, we weren't really trying to hit nobody. Let's negotiate again, type shit. You know, but it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot. You know. So let me get back to this clip. See what else they got for me. I was gonna bring up West Asia, but you brothers and sisters can look up what West Asia is.
American troops that have died in the conflict so far. Along with that, we've learned of the US consulate in Karachi, which was attacked in Pakistan, the green zone in Iraq around the US embassy, that was also infiltrated by protesters and rioters who were really gunning for the US embassy. And in the wake of all of this, let me also remind you that there has been green zone in Iraq. Just yesterday, there was the report of 3 jets, the jets which came down in Kuwait. We also know now that earlier the number was 3, now it stands at 6 American troops that have died in the conflict so far. Along with that, we've learned of the US consulate in Karachi, which was attacked in Pakistan, the green zone in Iraq around the US embassy, that was also infiltrated by protesters and rioters who were really gunning for the US embassy. And in
That's the Muslims rising up in Pakistan. So that'd be something I have to look back into. But the Pakistanians, I forget if they Ishmael or Elam under the religion of Islam. Um, Pakistan. Let me see if I can zoom through this. Muslim population, second largest Muslim population, like Muslims a nationality or some shit. That just mean they follow the Arabic teachings. Religion, Islam, the number predominant religion. Multiple empires. Achaemenid Empire was Elam's empire. The Persians, King Darius, Artaxerxes, them. These other empires I have to look into later at a later date. But just by knowing that, you got Elam over there. Okay. I was just trying to see if I can bring it out real fast. If this was the document, because we read through these documents a long time ago, and was able to tell you who was in what area. You would think it's Ishmael, the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs that live in these Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, but really Elam, which is the East Indians, the Persians would live over there. So there's difference in nationality, difference in people. So y'all just gotta be able to go back in and distinguish and pinpoint who's who. So you brothers and sisters have that information. But if something's going on, so the Lord put the spirit on you to read these documents, you'll figure it out. But yeah. So get this next precept, because what's going on over there is uproars of the people, and they showing their hatred for the U.S. Chapter 9? Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, which this is a sign. What's going on over there is Bible prophecy, 1. 2, that's how you measure how close we are to the Lord's return. It says, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, and this is the Lord visiting this place. All this death, this war, that's the Lord visiting this place. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, what's going on in, Iraq? It's uproar of the people in the world. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. These are the signs of the end being manifest. Esau's kingdom is on its way out because of all these wars, all this turmoil going on in the world. Them Ishmaelite nations, the so-called Arabs, they're going to come together with Elam to fight against the USA. That's why in Iraq, they uprising against the U.S. embassy. And Elam, the Iranians or the Persians, is attacking all their embassies, strategically hitting specific spots. So I'm going to press play, see if I can get just a little bit more out of this. I know another thing they said that was going on. A lot of the debris that's falling from the skies is killing people. So that's fucking hilarious.
Writers who are really gunning for the US Embassy. And in the wake of all of this, let me also remind you that there's been an advisory which has been issued by the US State Department. They've asked their citizens to evacuate all these countries: Bahrain, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Israel, West Bank, Gaza, of course, that all goes together, and then Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, United Arab Emirates, Yemen. That's the entire West Asia. US is asking its citizens to leave from here. And they've also divided it into level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 zones. I'll quickly explain those to you. Level 2 is essentially exercise increased caution, and that stands for regions like Egypt, Jordan, Oman, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. Then there is level 3, reconsider your travel to these locations. That's Bahrain, Israel, Kuwait, Pakistan, and some regions in Pakistan are also in level 4, and Qatar as well. And let me come to level 4. That means do not travel for any reason whatsoever. And the citizens who are already here, they've already been asked to leave from all these 14 countries. Level 4 is Iran, Iraq, and Lebanon. So, you take any country, and there is so much that is happening here in terms of the ongoing hostilities, which have widened beyond belief and in a very, very fast pace. Let me quickly also go over the developments that came in. The vessels, US flagged vessel has also been attacked near the Strait of Hormuz. This happened yesterday. Again, it was an Iranian attack. Iranians are not holding back. After the supreme leader was killed in his own house, in his office, now Iran is really launching in all domains. They're really firing on all cylinders at this point. Let me cover over to Qatar very quickly. We'll go country by country. Qatar had mentioned that they are going to be changing their air defense technique. They will not be relying on their air defenses anymore. They will be relying on their air force to take down the incoming missiles, because Qatar is facing a major brunt of these incoming attacks from Iran as well. Their air force is doing this because the air defenses, even though they were intercepting missiles, the remnants of those missiles, the debris from those missiles and drones, they were falling, and the debris was causing casualties as well. So now they are resorting to taking down these missiles at a distance before they even enter proper Qatari land. Along with that, let me quickly go over to UAE. There have been over 170 missiles which have been intercepted by the UAE forces already, and somewhere over 660 drones, if I remember this correctly, that have been fired towards UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. They're all on target. Regions where most of the world would go for a safe and for tourism. And today we're seeing it burn in pockets. The entire city is not locked down. We've even spoken earlier to.
All right, I'm not gonna watch all this. It's coming to an end. I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man. It's hot over there, and that's good. All praise to Yahweh Shah for that. Keep watching the news. One thing you should be doing right now is studying the money, monetary system, inflation, things like that, and preparing yourself. Get in the gym. Hey, I'm at the gym right now. It's me and somebody else up in here, but she in a whole nother area than what I am, putting up these videos while I'm on this bike, So get prepared, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what situation you're going to be in. But being healthy make you stronger to endure whatever's coming. You need to get in action. You be ready. So with that being said, man, call lawyer Yahweh Bashim out shy. Bashim Kakadash, the honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.